All right, we'll end it with Raw Triple X here, not the porno one, but 30 years of Raw here. Thought I'd throw this quick little review in here with the other NXT stuff, you know. Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart, brother, come out, daddy. Or maybe he isn't, brother. I don't know if this is Hulk Hogan. I don't know, brother. Uh, oh my god, what's with all the wrestling showing their mic issues? This is like an AEW thing. Even New Japan, AEW, and WWE have been having a lot of mic issues. But it was a good idea. They got Hulk Hogan out there. He said, maybe I'm not, brother. And it was like 2 seconds, and that's it. Get him out of there before people start booing him. Like I said, I like Hulk Hogan. I know what he said was fucked up, but I still like Hulk Hogan. Roman, because he's just so funny. Because everything he says is a lie, so it's funny. Roman comes out with the Bloodline, basically the trial of Sami Zayn, and this was the best segment on the show. Big ECW chance for Paul, and Paul says ECW is dead, just like he hopes Sami Zayn dies too. I was like, damn. So Paul has said he has to prove. He shows 4 videos. This is good storytelling, bro. Sami tries to argue back, but then says he has no defense. Roman loses his shit, and he basically says, you have no defense, you don't care about this family. He yells for Solo to murder him. Jay stops. He shows other videos showing that basically Sami has been helping them from the start. And thanks to him, basically Jay saves Sami, which is crazy to think. Sami is voted not guilty, but Roman is still being a piece of shit to Sami. Basically says you have one final test at the Rumble. We will find out what that is. The Judgment Day versus the Usos for the Raw Tag Team titles. I like how the Usos have both sets of tag team titles, but basically they're defending these separately just to give people like oh my god, are they going to lose the tag team titles? Priest with the pounce on Jimmy on the announce table. Priest is doing all the work here. Broken arrow by Priest. Jimmy and Priest trade super kicks. Then Priest with a dive to both Usos. Finn got kicked out. Uso splash, but Priest kicks out. Jimmy is selling an injury. Sami takes his place in the match. Sami dives on everybody. Dom is trying to cheat the whole time. South of Heaven chokeslam by Damian Priest for a near fall. Sami actually kicked out, which the South of the Heaven has now been his finisher. Rios tries to help them out. Dom with a frog splash, but we get the 1D for the win. Fun match. LA Knight, yeah. Call here, could have cut out promo. This is my favorite guy right now, bro. I'm telling you, WWE needs to push this guy to the moon. Legit. This is the fucking man right here. Yeah. He wants to fight a legend, and The Undertaker comes out. I do not like The Undertaker, but the man came out as the American Badass, and I popped like a little girl because I fucking love the American Badass. That was awesome. LA Knight says, hey. He agrees with everything The Undertaker says about the locker room. Basically, how they're all bitches playing video games, but he said he ain't the one, bro. LA says he's gonna live and basically understand that he's gonna let The Undertaker live one more time. Basically, Taker goes for the choke slam, but then Bray comes out, and that was cool. Instead of Undertaker just burying LA Knight, he hands him over to Bray. Bray hits Sister Abigail. And then Taker whispers something in Bray's ear. I thought that was a really cool segment. Becky versus Bayley in a steel cage match. Damage Control attack Becky before the match. They murder Becky and the match is canceled because the Bloodline segment went on too long. DX comes out. Still no Billy Gunn. Fuck you, snowman crackhead. And for some reason, Kurt Angle is with him. I love did make me laugh, though. Because Kurt Angle was just chilling back there. And I'm like, what the fuck is Kurt Angle doing there? And then they just look back and they're like, why are you here? And he's just like, I've always wanted to be part of DX. So basically, he's taking Billy Gunn's spot. Triple H has a stare down with Imperium because Imperium comes out to basically talk shit about DX, saying they're jokes. He has a stare down with Walter, which would be a sick match. But basically says Triple H is retired. Shawn says he's too old. X-Pac says he's injured. And Road Dogg's just like, no. Nobody wants to fight. They all look at Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle's like, no. Seth Rollins comes out to defend DX. The Street Profits come out too. Triple H says this booking stuff ain't easy. Tell me the truth, brother. The man's trying his best. Teddy Long comes out and he makes a tag team match playa. Imperium versus Seth and the Street Profits. Kurt Angle as the referee. Seth and Walter is good shit. Walter chops Seth in midair. That had to hurt like a bitch. Ford is going nuts. Freaking springboard to the outside, dive on the outside, dive on the inside. Double ankle lock spot by the Street Profits. Kurt gets into it with Walter. Angle slam by Seth. Superplex by Seth. Then he deadlifts him into the Street Profits. Hit their blockbuster pedigree. And then Seth freaking hits the stomp on Fabian Eichner for the win. Fun match. Very fun match. Ric Flair comes out, and then Charlotte comes out, hype up the women. Bianca comes out, Sonya comes out, and then we get Sonya versus Bianca. This match did not need to be here. It's a solid match, but honestly, you could have cut this match and gave it to Bayley and Becky. Solid match here. Glad they're doing something with Sonya, and she fights all the time. KOD done. Bianca says she's going to take care of Alexa Bliss. Basically, Alexa comes on screen, and she says she doesn't need Bray. She doesn't need any weird gimmicks. She just needs to beat Bianca. The Miz is out here cutting an angry promo, said he deserves more. Kevin Owens stuns him. Kevin then cuts a really good promo, and he stuns Miz again. Main event time, Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley. No DQ US title match. I do love how the mid-card titles are pretty important now in WWE. Bob with the fireman's carry into the ring post. Ali Shoto by Theory. Lashley smashes Theory through a chair in the corner. Freaking fire extinguisher to Lashley's face. Lashley hits the Dominator for a near fall. Low blow by Theory. Lashley's pissed, hits a spine buster through the table. Bork Laser makes his return. Nice that we're getting Lashley and Lesnar again. Brock with an F5 to Bob. Takes out Theory. Also gets him an F5. But basically take F5's Theory on top of Bob. And Theory keeps the US title. Like I said, it was a decent Raw. I wish they had more of the older gimmicks and all that stuff, but it was fun.